about to go live, so don't come over here talking reckless, please. I'm recording right now, also. Waiting to go get that ice cream anyway. You want to get ice cream? I want to see Grandma. Where's Grandma? I want to see Grandma. That's a girl.
She had that cupcake?
That's why I don't come on the food. That's why I don't mind bringing them around you a whole lot, because I know it lift your spirit, change your energy, man. Gracious sometimes. On some other stuff sometimes. Yo, we doing something different today, y'all. What's good? Tennessee, what's good? Latoya, we doing something different today, y'all. I'm gonna do my live show. I'm finna record my live podcast. I think what we on? Episode 96. This probably should be my list. Oh, here we goes. All right, here we go. New York, Janet, what's good? Breakfast with baby. That's the theme song. Right, what's good? That's that boy, JJ. That's that boy favorite song right there. Detroit in the house, what's good? So, we start this mug. This was supposed to be a Father's Day show. I say, man, I'm going to do my Father's Day show. And I'm going to do the live podcast, go live, do the Father's Day thing, right? And then, and I should have done it because I was supposed to go, what's that, Saturday, late. I was supposed to bring in Father's Day with my show, but I got tired. But then, so okay, then Sunday come and then, man, Big Pokey passed away, man. R.I.P. Big Pokey. Screwed up click, SUC, y'all. Let me see. We gonna see Lil J, bring the baby. Greensboro, Cora. I might not catch all the comments because I might get when I get in the flow. But anyway, rest in peace, Big Pokey, man. Local H-Town legend, man. H-Town legend. And man, say that was crazy. It was just crazy because I didn't even expect that. Like how I even found out. Like I saw what it happened. I saw what happened first, and then found out and was like, what? And then I saw what happened, kind of like on accident, just scrolling through TikTok, Blick Block, the old Blick Block. Let me see something, y'all. Hold on. You know what? I ain't even. So. Yeah, let me see. I might go. No, I ain't gonna do that. I was gonna crank up the hologram live feed, but yeah, man, I seen that's crazy, man. So I got this the screwed up click, DJ Screw. And that was the clique that Big Pokey was part of. That boy started in the air. This was my music when I really just got introduced to music just on my own. Let me say, I ain't gonna say that because I always liked music, but just my teenage years, put it like that. And the DJ Screw was a Houston. Screw tapes were a Houston cultural, like, that was part of the Houston culture. You know what I'm saying? Like South Side. So I put it like this. I explain it like this. So when I was from, I'm gonna say 1990 for about 6 years. So from about 1993, 94. Nah, I'm gonna say the 7th grade, 8th grade, Wisconsin in the house. Yolanda was good. But from about the 7th grade all through high school, maybe until about my senior year in high school. So my senior year in high school was when I started listening to regular music, like regular speed music. Screw was the slow music, screwed and chopped and screwed, or what they. But that's like when they slow the music up. So all the music that I consume, and I'm a music head, but all the music that I consume was from screw tapes, from like most of my high school years, when I first got a car. Let's see, Sitting in Love, what's good? UK in the house. What's that say? Shanae, okay. Heather was good. So yeah, it was all off of screw tape. So I had every screw tape. I had all of the jams, any screw tape that was worth having during my high school years and stuff like that. That's how I listened to all the music. So that would be like all my Tupac. That was I always had some school. I always had some Tupac on there. But then if you, a lot of West Coast music, any music, cause I didn't listen to any like regular speed music. We didn't go buy. I wouldn't go to the record store. I started doing that, going to Soundwave, like I don't know, probably like '99 when you kind of when I kind of start just getting off into other music. And that might be just tripping. I might be saying this wrong. Yeah, I'm saying this wrong. Predominantly it wasn't all that I did get other, but not that much. Let me see. 97 music. I just was into music, but most of the music would be screw. I did have a little other. Every now and then I listen to some regular speed, because everything was tapes. I had a car at 15, so I had a car at 97. So I'm thinking like, what kind of stuff did I listen to? Jam in my tape deck or whatever. But anyways, that's just. So I got my shirt, man, representing that clique, man. That's crazy, man. How that went down, man. On how it went down, but life, no guarantees in life. So, you really do just gotta try to make the best of every second, which is sound easy. I mean, it's cliche, I guess, right? It's easy to just take for granted um, something simple as life and freedom, and but ain't no guarantees. And you really shoot, and with that being said, just that's what I would that would be my that would be you know what would be my advice for living life. You know what I mean? Just, hey man, make the best of every second. Uh, but I don't know. I was supposed to be looking. I don't know why I did that. Give me a second, man. I sorry about that. I was supposed to. I was supposed to do a couple searches, and I wanted to. I was supposed to do a couple Google searches, and I forgot to do it. I got in here and started kicking it with Miss Young. She over there on the other side. Um, and right now, what I'm doing is I'm Googling how many countries in the world have free speech. We'll see what comes up over here. Top 30 countries? I don't know. What free speech is that? View full list. What do we got? Oh. Anyways, give me a second, y'all. Freedom of it. They have freedom of expression scores out here. I might not come up with what I'm looking for, but that was just a thought. I know, it's okay, here we go. Appreciate the love, man. And that answer right there, Brian, with the answer. 38 countries out of the 200 what? 213, 218 countries. I don't know how many countries exactly it is in the world. But in 38 of them, you can say what you want to say without getting your head cut off or your tongue chopped out of your mouth or hung or being put in front of a firing squad. So I don't know. And that's what we awarded here. That's another thing people will take for granted. You know what I mean? Being able to say what you want. They trying to take away the speech from us now anyway. I think that the game is 195 countries. Okay, my bad. I thought it was 213 countries. But I don't know. They trying to take the speech from us. I think it's games being played. We could just be, on different levels, I don't know, like chess, right? And in chess, you got pawns, you got major pieces in the back, your key pieces. I'm not saying who's a pawn, who's a bishop, who's a knight, and all that. I don't know, but I think that it's games. And who really gives a flip what I think anyway. Also, I'm nothing more but I ain't nothing but a clown, damn fool. I guess it would be a comedian, so nobody should take me serious anyway. The powers that be shouldn't take me serious anyway. I don't want no problems. But it seemed like it's a game being played that the players might not even know, be aware. The participants in the game may not even be aware of the actual game that's going on, maybe multiple games. So, with that being said, it's I was talking with my wife, right? And what I was speaking on was how, because the art of the conversation and the art of people having conversations with each other and conversing, that's like a dying art. And they took away the communication from the people. And communication is, that's the whole social experience. That's what make, humans, that's part of being a human. What are the humans, communicating. that's a need in the hierarchy, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. The people we need, food, shelter, stuff like that. But people need human interaction. We need social interaction, and a conversation was like the base of social interaction. You know what I mean? Talking to somebody. So so like a long-winded. Like, I'm long-winded. I'm a rambler, right? But my progression, my growth was kind of stunning, because I go to, I went away for years. When you go away like that, you know what I mean? People know, it's a certain type of going away. When you go away like that, you get stunning. You might got, people got some family members that go away. You go away at 16 or 15 years old, and when you go away, you stunning. So them people stay gone for 15 years, right? They be 30 years old. They look like a 15-year-old, big physique, nice, skin, youthful, fit. You know what I mean? They're youthful looking. Their mentality is like a 15-year-old. They be stunning. They don't know what's going on. They stuck. So that's how I ended up a long-winded person in today's generation, because I kind of missed the whole beginning part of the smartphone era. I do. Yeah, I got to keep. You about to go?
I'm going to lock the door.
Ms. Young in the house, y'all. You want to say hey on my podcast? A cameo?
Right, hello, say hi. Look. Who here?
Where the box at?
Boxer, what do you need?
Oh, okay. No.
You pull here.
Okay, cool. And we got.
Look, you want me to turn about the side air conditioner? You're going to turn it up.
You can cut it out. We got Ms. Young turkey necks in the house too. Yeah. Good afternoon. Happy Juneteenth, Linda. Fania. What?
Leave it back sit there. They too small. I want you to look at it. I don't think you want.
Come on, why you cut the light out? Come on, man. You're out of there, man. All right, you're out of there. Anyway, so.
Okay.
I don't know. Whoa. Okay, yeah. So they took the smartphone came with the text message. That's why I was talking to my wife about the whistling at me for.
Yeah, 2:00. I don't know if she's gonna come get you tonight. She told me I said 2:00. All right.
Come here whistling like I'm a puppy or something. What's going on around this mug? But anyway, so I was telling my wife, cause she really kind of came up like say middle school. In middle school, we talked on the phone. I talk on when three-way came out, like every day. That was our thing. At night, we couldn't go outside, couldn't do anything before. When we kind of like, let me see.
I'm gonna lock the door.
12, yeah. Okay. 12 years old, 13, all that stuff. We talked on the phone at nighttime. When it was nighttime, we talk on the phone all night. Sit there and I talked to my cousin, me and Brittany. I talked to my cousin Brittany. We used to call people on the three-way. We sit on the phone. I might got a girlfriend. Talk to them, you know what I mean? Or we used to talk, even my homeboy, my friends, my homeboy. We'll talk on the phone and call girls on three-way. It was, high school. We come home from school. You got a girl that you know.
No later than 2:30, she said.
Okay.
So okay. 2:30.
So we got you got you a little girlfriend, or something like that in high school. Y'all talk on the phone. You talk. You sit on the phone, talk. I remember shoot, not to, I don't be religious. But I remember shoot, have a girlfriend. Even like 18, 19, 20 years old, yeah, like falling asleep on the phone, with okay. Smartphone was the iPhone. That's the first smartphone. The iPhone 1. That was 2007. People don't like to talk on the phone like back in the day. It's sad. It ain't sad. It's just a progression of of communicating, right? But we'll never think. I don't know if people think that, like, is an attack on people never look at it like, man, why did they attack the speech like that? You know what I mean? So, like, at some point, I don't know. I just really I don't know if it's like an awakening that I had, or just, you just get a epiphany, a light switch went on, like bam, like damn, man. But it wasn't. It was more of a thought, but more of a consciousness or a way of thinking that clicked on, right? Where it's like, man, where you start seeing stuff differently, right? Like the kind of the way the mechanics, the way the world move, or the way, not even the world. I don't want to speak on the world, but the way the country move, right? The way the type of tactics that they wage on the population, the everyday people, just the regular people. And when I say they, I don't even know who these people are. I'm speaking on they as like the powers that be, or whoever running this stuff. I can't pinpoint them out, call no names, because I don't even know. The shadow government, I guess, the people, the shit you can't see, right? And I don't even know if it's a governmental thing, or if just the governments in the country, or just maybe used as one of the weapons that the real powers that be governing this world, they use. That's a weapon. We can use economic forces as a weapon. We can create. I don't want to just start naming stuff, right? Because we on the algorithms. I ain't trying to piss off no algorithms, right? But hold on, y'all. Let me see something. Let me do a commercial thing. This segment of the podcast is brought to you by Young's Bakery, 14583 Main Street. Text 832-888-7859 to order your cake and pineapple cream cheese pie jars, y'all. This live show is brought to you by the strawberry cake jar. Red velvet, we got red velvet in this mug. I'll leave these here for your viewing pleasure, right? But so the smartphone come, and that was an attack on the conversation. It was a mighty blow to the car, because that's when we start texting folks. The text before that, before the smartphone, what I had a Nextel. You got with the keypad, so you got to hit, 2 times to get a whatever letter you trying to get. You know what I mean? A you got, or if you want a C, you got to hit the button 3 times for the C to come up. It was just a hassle, right? So unless you had like a BlackBerry, or what was some gadgets before that? The Sidekick, or the two-way pager. But all that, like a Sidekick, you had to have somebody else with a Sidekick for that. Or the two-way pager, the Timeport 900. It only worked and with other people, they got the two-way pager. And ain't nobody had that. That was like a fashion statement. The big thing that was with the rappers and R&B chicks used to, you know what I mean? That's what they was sporting out there. So everybody didn't really just have that, in texting. So texting, 2007, the smartphone, the first iPhone, and they already this country already like, we just a country of addicts, right? It's the America, A for addiction. Everybody addicted to something. You're addicted to a drug, whether it be some weed or some fucking just prescription, just some Seroquels or Prozac or whatever it is that you know what I mean. We addicted to cigarettes, caffeine, coffee, and the goddamn phone, the screen. We addicted to the screen, but they designed the screen to make you addicted to it. They designed all this stuff because that's what it's about. Screen time. That's what they sell it. Because it's all about the data, right? Trying to get that data on you, that data. The book changed they named the meta, and everybody like, oh, metaverse. But it might not have been metaverse, it might just been metadata. Because that's really the true, that's the new commodity, the new oil of this today is data, your data. Personalize your information, not information in the whole, but like you, what you doing, what you thinking, what you like, what you don't like, stuff you saying, you know what I mean, the conversations that you having, stuff that you buy, all that stuff, because they tracking all of that stuff, and that is what gives these, and then I don't know who they could sell. I don't know who they selling it to or why they, it's. Let me see, Juneteenth, Cynthia with the happy Juneteenth. I don't know why the real is like, okay, why they need your information, and they use your information to like, I guess can more better personalize what they trying to sell you. I don't know what's that. I don't know what will make the information really truly valuable. Maybe it's everything. Maybe they just, you know what I mean. I don't know what make it truly. Your TV. We go to the digital era, right? You got a digital TV show, and what you looking at can probably look back at you in a sense, right? Maybe, I don't know. You can find information that say that they can listen to you through your TV. Who is they? Whoever into listening, they into listening, right? They recording all the kind. They got data centers. They got a big data center in Utah. I don't know if this would what's your boy Edward Snowden? He like a big time. I guess he's a treasonous act against his treasonous acts. He like a fugitive, for the United States because he was a wussy, leaked some information. I might be saying this wrong because I might be mixing stuff up because you got like WikiLeaks. So you got like a Julius Assange, I don't know, he might be talking Edward Snowden, I don't know. They are whistleblowers though. They leak like information that was supposed to have been classified, G14 classified or something. I don't, some government information. WikiLeaks was a somebody. So okay, yeah, he created a whole like, well, I don't know if it'd be a website or that where they would publish these whistleblowing type documents. So I know that's what Edward Snowden, he said, hey man, they got a data center, right, where they recording everybody conversation. They track all your purchases, spending, with your date, debit card, credit card, because that everything, nobody even use cash no more. And they finna come with that CBDC now, that's central bank digital coin. And that way they can see everything that you buying, because like where the, you know what I mean? Well, there's no money, no cash. But he got in trouble for that. But I don't know if that came first. But I mean, I had a magazine, a Wired. I know about it from a Wired magazine. They had the picture of it in Utah. It's a data center with so many yottabytes of storage space where they can just, they got all these servers, I guess, just storing all this information. And even, I don't know, like you don't even, you gotta record it, because like they can go to any conversation that you have, and probably just with a click of a button get a whole printout of everything that was said in the conversation. You know, it's simple, it's real easy. Yeah, I know you can post a video and cut your caption on, or cut the captions on, and it'll print out all the and that ain't even like no new shit. That shit been, you know what I mean? That's old. They've been doing that. He said that though. That was what, 2012. But that was when that Wire, it was a Wire magazine that had the picture of the data center. It was in Utah. You know what I mean? And then a couple months later, he was like the number one fugitive for the United States. I don't know where he at now. Russia's probably, I don't know where he at now. Let me see. Having the same conversation. Okay, yeah, man. We probably might be on the same wave, man. The same data track of your activity. Yeah, you're not gonna escape the track, right? So you can't, we're not escaping the surveillance, right? So it is what it is. Far as like, it's a documentary on Netflix, Social Dilemma, that kind of like, all these tech companies, Google, Facebook, Instagram, so whatever, all these companies, they I don't know if all their employees, but they top employees, the important employees, or maybe the design part of the programmers or whatever, they send them to this, it's like some kind of university that they got, that they have, where, they learn the art of getting you addicted to the phone, or maybe the art of, kind of programming you, suggestive with with that whole suggestion feed, how they come up with that, because they it's like it's like almost, you think it's kind of like they're trying to program you. Here, look at this. Here, look at this. Put this on your mind. Put this in your head. Here, put this in your head. And where how do they come up with this? I guess the algorithm, right? You can blame everything on the algorithm, right? Because even that's hard to explain, or even hard to hard to understand how they come up with the stuff that they show. I guess they say, hey, if you click if you like a post, then then they start showing you similar posts that you liked before. That's one way that goes into the algorithm, that they start calculating this out. But okay, but that's one way that they calculate the whole algorithmic system that they have. And so it's like, how do they show you, how they come up with this stuff to show you on your feed? And I also know too, though, like, right, if I'm saying, hey man, I tell my wife, hey man, we need a barbecue pit. When I get back on Facebook, I'll end up scrolling past some barbecue pits for sale, right? Maybe that's somewhere in the algorithmic system, because you got a microphone on your phone, right? But they're not listening anyway, right? Who would think that even your own phone is listening to you, right? Who would think that? They're not doing that. They can't do that. They can't do that, so they don't do it because you think that they can't do it. But man, whoever they is, the powers that be, is pretty much evident. They can do whatever the hell they want to. And they can tell us whatever, because we're going to believe it and buy it if they tell us to believe it and buy it. You know what I mean? So, hey. Back to the attack on. So, we got, they done took the conversation. And in that, like, people don't communicate no more. And so now, because a conversation, communication, man, you can work something out. You could be mad at somebody, or y'all could be mad, or something, a conflict can arise, or a disagreement can arise. And with a conversation, with communication and conversation, you can find an even ground. The parties can. And that's what's missing right now. And it's like, I'm saying that's what's missing in this era right now. That's what's missing in this day, this generation. A way that people can both leave with at an even ground. We are in the lick back generation, especially African Americans. When I'm speaking to when I go to speaking this we speak, I'm speaking about the black people in America. I don't know Koreans. I don't identify with I've been black my whole life. You know what I mean? If I go, I have a B when I go to. If I go to jail, they put a B on my wristband. So, the black people are my people. I identify as my people, right? And the black people, African American women, we're not trying to work nothing out with nobody. It could be your mama, your daddy. People ain't trying to work nothing out with their parents. Like now, you can fall out with your parents and be like everybody. It's not even communicating a conversation to communicate. Ain't even no option no more. You know what I mean? It's the art of the communicating, art of the conversation that is dying out. And like, shoot, just text me, send me a text. I'd rather text most people. I'd rather just. Cause most conversations be about bullshit anyway. Today, if you just really sit down and go to talking to somebody, most people don't have nothing to talk about anyway. Nah, unless you a gossiper, that's an easy topic, and you got a lot of people gossip. That's a good, the tea, that's a good way to pass the time. For like people, for certain type of people. But for the most part, shoot, I might gotta talk about any goddamn way. Man, just text me anyway. But 07, the smartphone that came, destroyed that. Back to the so we switch it up, man, change the tone. We got I don't know people if that's a thing. They got this CERN collider, hydrogen collider. I was just sorry about that, y'all. They got this in the CERN research hydrogen colliders in Switzerland they done built, right? Where they are they're trying to smash protons, particles, or protons. They're trying to smash them into each other to create some kind of energy field. I may be saying it wrong, but the Higgs boson particle, or Bob's hips and I don't know. I seen it a few times. I don't really just know. You know what I mean? I done read about it, and then I read about it a long time ago. I remember when they first discovered the particle. I don't know if that came from the research facility or if they discovered their particle and then they created the research facility. Maybe they created the research facility first. How they discovered the Higgs boson. I don't want to say it wrong. Let me. I don't want to be spreading misinformation. Let me look this up, y'all. The Higgs boson. It's the God particle, right? I guess it's the smallest atom that it's like the base, the smallest form of matter that you can that is available or that is possible. You know what I mean? And then we build from on top of that. They turn to atoms, and then because like your body, we just a trillion atoms put together or whatever, right? To make your body. I don't know. I damn sure ain't no scientist, and I damn sure ain't do good in school, right? But the Higgs boson or whatever this God particle is, they just discovered this, right? And now what the Higgs boson, sorry about that, they just discovered this, not even 10, 13 years ago, 11 years ago, right? Maybe I don't know the exact date, but it's a new discovery. Under 15 years. And this research facility, they built this, like, I guess like an underground tunnel, maybe, a pipeline. They go in a circle, right? That's supposed to span the range of like 17 miles, right? And they are I guess they spinning these particles in a circle going versus each other, right? Trying to catch two of the particles to smash into each other. And maybe that, and I guess that's theoretically creates like, it's like a Big Bang. It's supposed to create a Big Bang event. Like the Big Bang theory in the universe is there was nothing and then poof, there was everything. It's the Big Bang theory, I guess, right? And so in this, some kind of, put that with creating new dimensions. Are they opening, or maybe not creating new dimensions, but opening portals to new dimensions? Some sci-fi stuff, right? Because it's just like, I think that now, but I also, as far as sci-fi stuff goes, it seems like we have came into a time, right, in these times, right, 2023, we are in a time where sci-fi, science fiction there's a very thin line. The line is being blurred between what's science fiction and fact. So, I don't know if maybe like, so, cause think about like think about all the movies that got popular in the last few years about what multiverse events, right? Not to say that the multiverse or doppelgangers or any of these ideas like that, where you have like multiple doppelgangers in different parallel dimensions, like not to say that any of these things are new ideas just because, we just not starting to see like movies. And I don't even know if we just not starting to see movies of this, but I know the idea is that it's not new, but right now, like the multiverse, as far as like the mainstream in mainstream media, multiverse ideas and multiverse thoughts is prevalent. You can see that a lot. So I don't know if it's a real thing, if it's a possible thing. I'm pretty sure everything's possible. Anything we see, I'm pretty sure of that. Most things are possible than versus impossible. But so if they can open up portals to if there are other dimensions, right? Or maybe the multiverse is real. Maybe if there are other other planes where there's a you, the same, there's an exact you, but just living or doing something different. Just, I don't know. The possibilities are infinite, though. When you start speaking this dimensions, multiverse, it's an infinite layer, right? So it never ends. I don't know, right? But they do have this thing now, this Mandela effect thing, right? Where it's like, the Kit Kat sign used to be a dash in the middle of the Kit Kat, right? Chick-fil-A used to say something, it wasn't a Shazam movie or something, but with Sinbad, all this stuff that's just like, man, I know that ain't, it always was like this, but then it's like, you'll go search stuff and it's like, nah, Kit Kat never had the dash in between the kit and the cat. It never had the hyphen, you know what I mean? I don't know. We may have moved into another dimension, another universe, another existence, a parallel existence. We'll just talk. I don't know, right? But I'm getting my inspiration like from like movies and stuff. But also, I'm not gonna say I know. I just feel that even the stuff in movies is inspired kind of from the real events, or they try to show you stuff. Because even that if you watch Stranger Things, if anybody saw that Stranger Things was when they go to the facility, like just the way that the image that just was real cerny. You know what I mean? Like from that whole hydrogen collider machine that they have. I don't fucking know. I just be just talking. You know what I mean? But I think that as far as me and I'm starting to feel and believe, not believe, but just a thought. I've never had this thought before, maybe before 2020, right? Before the pandemic. And the pandemic came, but I also was like, I know too though, like I read so much, right? That I know that everything you read, just because you read something or just because somebody tells you something, that doesn't make it true. I've been past that part. I've been past that part. I've been past that part of discernment. You know what I mean? That line. I've been across that line as far as the discernment part goes, that I don't just believe anything, you know what I mean? Just believe anything that people tell me. I don't believe anything that I see, and anything that I read. Also, okay, that was post 2020. After 2020, Man, I think I feel like after 2020, like I feel like what the majority of what we know or believe as true, man, that shit probably fake, false like a mug. Let me see what we got going on. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what's going on. I'm gonna stop again. This segment of the podcast is brought to you by that nurse _ Tate. Mobile IV drips. You need facial, spa, Botox injections. Got this. What's the name of the spa? I forgot the spa short. Lux Spa. I don't know. Let me not mess up nothing. I forgot what I was talking about before I was rudely interrupted. Probably some Juneteenth stuff. Slaves. History. Changing history. Okay. It used to be middle schools like Dick Darling. It used to be high schools like Robert E. Lee. What?
There's a Joey and Weeping at the universe.
What?
I say, also we went after Joey went after that one, okay?
Wow, why you say that? Why you said that?
I'm just letting you know we went in there before.
Why you letting me know I'm doing the show? Why you letting me know that?
I'm talking myself.
I'm recording right now. You can't talk right now to yourself. I'm going to record. I'm going to pick it up.
Go on the other side.
I ain't finna go on the other side. I've been sitting right here for the last 2 hours doing this. Now I got to go on the other side. Whereas I'm supposed to stop and go sit up, but I ain't finna go on the other side. I'm finna stay right here. I got a key over here too. I don't know. I contribute to the light bill too. Since you just want to get on there, since you pay the light bill, I contribute to light bill. I contribute to bill payments around here too. Maybe not out of my pocket, but I'm an earner. I'm an earner. I'm an earner. I earn in the hand. I create. Yeah, I create profits. That's what I do. Anyway, so Juneteenth. Let me see. Dang, man. Anyways. Oh yeah, it used to be Robert E. Lee High School, Darling Street. That's Emancipation now. I don't even know what the name of Dick Darling. Dick Darling was a hero. He was a general, Confederate general. I don't know the story or whatever, man. They took all that. They took all that out. They said, and then the Confederate folks, the rednecks, they got mad. Yeah. But it's way. They can't see the bigger picture. There was a bigger play, cause this happened in 2015, and now they finna come in. They finna take it out to school. Critical race theory. They not even finna teach about the atrocities of this. See, so they're not even finna teach that no more in school. They are erasing it out, all of that. The bad. White versus black bad. And over time, when they erase it, you're gonna have a generation of messed up black people. Black people really like a generation of messed up folks now, right? The most of the murder, right? Murder is I'm not saying all, but majority of murder can probably be, and I ain't the motherfucker, I ain't the judge, shit, really. I really shit on the cool. I ain't got no business even speaking on you know, a murderer or murderers, but man, that's what the younger general, that's what they do. Anyways, once they erase it, and they gonna be like, man, black people just messed up. And they erase the reason how things got that way. Cause it's a lot even now. People now that's like, man, the state of the African American is self-inflicted. They just like that. Also, before that was education anyway. The education in America, right, was that the more darker skinned people were different genetically, mentally, like just all of that. They weren't as civilized. We really were only 3/5 of a citizen, just constitutionally. For let's see, for more the birth of this nation, right? The duration, the life of this nation, and in the life of this nation, the African American has been 3/5 of a citizen longer than they have been a whole citizen. And that used to be the education too, like, they are a different breed. They are animalistic mentally, and they're just, that was the education for a long time, you know what I mean? And so now they changed that education and was like, no, they equal, right? But it's still a vast majority of a population of people that believe those old, that old education is still relevant and still intact. And then they can show you like instances where they can like, see, look where this is. But they won't show. But anyway, it's two sides of a coin, right? So you got, some fucked up black folks, but you got some extraordinary black people too. And that's always been the case too. Even as 3/5 of a citizen, there were extraordinary African American people here. I'm saying African. I'm saying like the black people that's here. You know what I mean? There were extraordinary people that created and shaped the whole, success of this country through inventions, just a lot of shit. Inventions, services, information. Black people have contributed a whole lot to this country. But there's a lot of people that still probably believe the narrative that's like, man, because that's where the whole supremacy, the superior race versus the inferior race, and also that's not even an American thing or even a Western civilization, European civilization thing. That's just ever since the beginning of time, ever since the beginning of people, you've had superiors and you've had inferiors. You've had segregation, you had dark versus the light, brown skin versus white skin. That's just go back to the beginning of people. And even that, who knows, like even the origins of people, right? The beginnings of people. I don't believe that we know the truth. Like they tell us some shit in the books or whatever came from a monkey, and the monkey turned into a man and all that. I don't know. It's monkeys right now that use tools to help them. It's primates right now that using tools, and so maybe they become a race of an advanced race over another 100,000 years, a million years. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? And they say that this place, Earth, been here 5 billion years. A billion on the scale, on the time scale, on the timeline of things. You put a billion at the timeline this long, right? For a billion or 5 billion. And they saying humans, like, I don't know, say give us 10,000 years. That's like this much of the scale, and then you got the rest. Is just like, man, we don't know. I guess I don't think they know. I don't think we know much. We still have a lot to discover. I know we still have a lot to discover as a human civilization. Anyway, so Juneteenth, African Americans, 3/5 of a citizen. Trying to figure out where I was even going. Probably wasn't going nowhere. Just wanted to say that. Black people just been in this country. Oh, they erasing that. They finna erase that. And it's just gonna be, we always been the equal people here. We always have been afforded the equal opportunities as everybody else. We just in last place, man. That race of people just can't get it together. I don't know why they like that. And then you're gonna go back and try to figure out. Let's try to go in history and see why things maybe be the way that they are. You ain't gonna be able to find nothing. So, to me, all that history, that shit overrated. Anyway, you know what I mean? History written by the victors. They could change that stuff anyway. Like they did in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. They could just change, erase a couple words and then just start reprinting the books after that. School, they taking that out of school. School, really, man. School good to learn, man. Learn how to read and write. I'm not gonna knock school because I learned how to read and count in school. But this is what I say as far as school. Like, I feel like there once was a time that you could discipline your kids, and that changed from school over time. The people at the school start telling the kids, like, hey, your parents not supposed to be disciplining y'all. Let us know, and we'll cut that in the bud. We'll nip that in the bud. So then the kid get whooping at home. A kid do some old more than discipline worthy stuff at home, get a whooping or whatever, and go to the school. Now that's like a thing now. Well, you can spank my mama and this and that, and then you got them folks in your life. That was not a thing when I was coming up. When I was growing up, or when I was in school in elementary, like they weren't trying to like, hey, let us know y'all if y'all getting whoopings at home too bad. And they'll say that you could discipline your kid. You can spank them and stuff, but you just can't be, beating them or whatever. But who is the judge of that? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I guess the school came in and was like, hey, we'll be the judge of spanking versus a beating versus abuse. And over time, you just ain't none of that in the home no more. And it play out into like the society, and play out into like how things are. In society, I think we are a generation of thumb warriors, right? Where you can speak everybody can speak what they want with no consequence, or have we like in this, because that's the real consequence for not being able to say what you want. This is violence. Violence. We got racism. Like that's why they wanna eliminate being able to express your racism, right? Because people be racist, but they trying to eliminate that. They want to eliminate and then it kind of like, I'm like, dang, they kind of go back to like the whole free speech, going back to the whole taking away our art of communication, or taking away the conversation, taking away communicating, taking away the words, right? Can't say this, don't say. Can't say this, don't say that. You know, they already took out us verbally expressing ourselves to just typing everything out, right? And now it's like, okay, you can't say that, you can't talk about this, can't say that, can't. Okay. Man, racism should be able to coexist. Like, you should be able to coexist with the threat of violence makes this coexistence stuff possible. You know what I mean? How you can coexist with folks with different views and coexist with people with different ideologies. I think we've become like a generation of people that's just super tribal now, where you feel like if somebody thinks different than you, that you can't even coexist with them anymore. Oh man, stay away. Like how many people lost relationships with folks because they voted for a particular president or supporter, you know what I mean? Or how could you say I'm this, make people look at you a certain way? I can't exist with them. I don't want them. I can't get along with a person like that if they think that or if they believe that. We too open with that judgment now, because there ain't no more real like violence like that, you know? If it was real threat of violence, like I'll give you an example where the threat of violence is always there, prison, and everybody racist in prison. You got to roll with your race in prison off the top. So you got to roll against other races in prison off the top. Just for a pro. But ain't nobody tripping about that, because it's the threat of violence. You know what I mean? You're not tripping with you can. Now, I'm not saying that it's not happening, but you know, you don't give a damn about the white boy racist tattoos on. I done seen people get wiped. I done seen white people get mopped up for having racist tattoo, but for the most part, I don't want to give a damn. You know, and I've seen, and it's some white folks in there that's gonna die over their racist tattoo. So come on with that shit. But ain't nobody, but they don't be fucking with them. that kind of white boy, nobody fuck with him about his racist tattoos. He gonna die by his shit. So come on with it, you know. But that ain't even no thing. You know, like it ain't even no shoe. Because that threat there, that threat of come on with it, you know, is there. So the Hispanics, they together. They don't, you know, ain't nobody, and it's not even a thing. The black people, they roll with, they go with your kind, you know. It's in some places where they'll say, hey, this TV the black TV, this TV the Hispanic TV. This restroom over here is the black TV, the black restroom. This restroom over here, and everybody just respect it. Ain't nobody trying to change nothing. This and that. Man, just respect. Hey man, roll with it, because the threat of violence right there. You know what I mean? Shoot, if you want to change it, let's go. You know, it's gonna take something. You're gonna have to put in some work to get some things changed. You're gonna have to put in some work It's gonna be some physical toil to be coming in here trying to do what you want to do. You know, you Mexican, you up in here in this black restroom. Yeah, okay, it ain't right, it ain't yada yada yada, this and that. But if you really want to use that restroom, shoot, you want to put some, hey. And so, I don't know, man. We this era, like, it ain't, and it's too easy to be, especially in the digital and in the social realm. It's too easy to be about that life on the internet. It's too easy to be, you know what I mean? There ain't no real physical toil in the mix. I don't know the price of a soul. I'm gonna change the topic a little bit. I don't know what the price of a soul is. I seen somebody mention that too. What was that on the podcast? I don't know what I was watching. It was some interview where the person, man, what's the going rate on the soul? This is what I say about I don't know. I ain't never really just seen. I think that like the and maybe that, and now that I sit here thinking about it, maybe yeah, the price of a soul, right? The going rate. I was finna talk about like the devil and shit, right? And people, like they saying you can like sell your soul to the devil, right? Or just say how. And I know this too. Most of the time, like when I go to talking like this, it really get weird for the algorithms, right? When you start talking about Satan, satanic worship and stuff, because that's like real mainstream. That's real mainstream. Let me see. How was Father's Day? Father's Day was good, man. Hey, man, we ain't nothing fancy. I just got time to reflect on being a father. It was just, you know, and I'm having the time of my life right now as a father. I'm having right now these years since matter of fact, since I met my wife, and have been the time of my life. These years have been the best years of my life. Fatherhood plays a big part to that. Okay, but back to the soul thing, right? You know, like it's cool. You could worship the devil now and be cool. You could not do that 25 years ago. You could not be a cool person worshiping the devil. As far as like the African American and African American community. I don't know about the other, you know, but it's like prevalent now. And maybe I guess, you know, the Bible do say that this is Satan's kingdom, this world, this earth, this world, this land, right? He was banished here. And he fell he was a fallen angel out the heavens to here, to this place. And he became the prince of this land. He runs this land, all of this stuff, right? So maybe he can award you riches in exchange for your soul. How many, I don't know. Or maybe that's even a thing. Maybe that's myth. I don't know. I see in the mainstream, like, even my, like, kids in middle school, they know about that. They know about stuff like that. You know? How you can get, you know what I mean? And that's the thing. It's just like, man, when I was in middle school, man, somebody said something about the devil say. Everybody stay far away. But now, I don't know. Who knows? Let's see. Only Jesus Christ knows the value of a soul. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe so. But what I say about that is I seen God get people out of bondage, even physical bondage, like a jail, right? But bondages can go. You can have psychological bondages, mental bondages. You know, addiction. That's a bondage. But something that hold you on, right? And God can free you from that, right? God can free you from jail. I've seen God free people from jail. What I mean by how he free, didn't they? No, I seen people pray. You know, they were praying towards a God. They were studying. They were getting in tune spiritually with through that God, through their God. And that's what I mean by that. And then and the outcome, you know, they were free from that place. Their prayers were answered, right? I ain't never seen the Satan get nobody free nobody. Not to say that's not possible, right? But I never saw it. Man is made of mind, will. So okay, so not to say that that's not possible though, right? I just never saw that though. I never seen Satan get nobody out of jail. I seen God get a lot of people out of jail. I see God answer a lot of prayers and release. You know what I mean? And give people second chances. You know, he's a merciful God, right? Grace. I've seen people being awarded that, and they say my prayers were answered. I ain't never seen that. Far as, but maybe the devil don't give you freedom. Maybe the devil just here to give you riches, right? And good, you know, because even that he told when the devil, Jesus was left in the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights or something. He was on the hill. And the devil came and said, "Hey man, can your God turn this stone into bread?" So the devil could turn stone into bread, right? I did see people worshiping. Not a bunch. I saw a white boy worship. That was a Satan worshiper, right? I had a silly named Jabbo, old school. Me and Jabbo was cool, but then right before I came home, the nigga tried to fight me. He was an old nigga, but the nigga tried to fight me like a month before I went home, or before when I got after I got my parole. Like the nigga tried to fight me, and I already know that that was just because he knew I was finna go home. You know what I mean? Bitch ass nigga. But I always had bitch ass nigga tendencies. Not to just be talking about nobody. That ain't the point. You know, anyways, old booty bandit, you know what I mean? Was an old that took some he done took some white boys butts back in the game. My daughter asked me about that too. Like, man, that stuff really be like, I don't say, man, that's some old stuff. Back in the game, yeah, it probably was kind of, 80s, 90s era. Prison was probably, way more ruthless like that. Now they got the little white rat on the wall, the extortion rat, and they'll hook you up. You're in there trying to take some butts in there now. They got something for you. But okay, so me and Jabbo, we sellies. This one it was jumping too, so it's cool. This was the cigarette era, weed, going around, cell phone era. It was really, really jumping on the unit that I'm at. Me and him sell it, and it's working out. It's cool, you know what I mean? We cool, cause you know, I give him something to smoke or something. He hold you down, hold the, you know what I mean? Hold you down, hold the spot down or whatever. However things going. Okay, now they move him. Bam, now they move him or whatever, and down the line he end up in the cell with a Satan worshiper, a white boy, Riff Ralph. And they end up getting to it in the cell one day, and I remember that fool's tip was like, man, I wake up one day, I go take a piss. This motherfucker on the ground, he put a curse on that boy, a satanic curse. He drew the pentagram in there, had some little wax flames burning on that boy. He wake up and cut at 3 in the morning, and that boy putting his spell on him. I was like, all right, y'all, you out of there, and they put that curse. Like, I don't give a damn about that bitch ass curse. That whole ass shit don't work. So I don't know, you know, but shit, his ass motherfucking that white boy been in the prison too about 20-some years though. So I was saying, man, that shit ain't work. He couldn't get himself up out of there with that stuff. Not to say that, you know, not to say I don't know, and I don't know what is real, what's, you know what I mean. But I know that that's like a thing now, a popular thing. Facebook, I'm about to go out. My battery about to die in a minute, y'all. But I'm just really just recording my podcast. I did a live my Breakfast with Baby live show on Facebook.
Like, go get
live.
your food and go home and eat.
What? I ain't going. I was just saying, that's one phone. I got 2 phones. My other phone's still going. This is my Juneteenth, whatchamacallit show. My Juneteenth, my Facebook live show. No, Juneteenth. Let me see. What up? I got Juneteenth, R.I.P. Big Pokey, and my Father's Day show. You know what I'm saying? Right? I had a whole bunch of topics going on. My phone died though.
2:30. She told me I'm gonna call you when I get close to 20 minutes.
Are you out of there? Anyways, let me see. This segment of the podcast is brought to you by Miss Young over there sleeping. Miss Young out of there, y'all. We got the live feed, Facebook out of there. We're going to keep the podcast going, right? Willie Lynch. Speaking of Juneteenth, mama. Huh?
Put it in the pot box.
What?
You had a pot.
What about?
Cut them.
I'm doing a show right now. You want
I'm
me to cut it?
I'm going to cut.
Okay, cut that mud. Let me get a piece. Cut me a piece. Let's go. We got pineapple cream cheese pie, a slice of that pineapple cream cheese pie on the way, y'all. What time is it, man? I'm in here live. We supposed to go get we supposed to go get ice cream too. And I'm in here.
Where do you go get it?
I don't know. We gonna go get ice cream, and I gotta go to the movies. Yeah, mama, speaking of Juneteenth, right? Willie Lynch was a man that's supposed to have created this manual on how to break a Negro, how to break the slave, right? But over time, now they saying, well, I say they be changing stuff. Over time, now they saying, come on.
I touch it. Oh, you scratch it.
Oh, man.
I touched it.
Subconscious sabotage. That's when people some people think that people won't try to sabotage what you got going on. Sabotage, I mean mess up. Some people think that, man, ain't nobody like that. And them same people subconsciously be on sabotage missions. You know what I mean? Don't even know. You just subconsciously, it's just in you to try to get in the way. Anyways, that's what I was saying, man. Willie Lynch created the manual to break the Negro. But over time, they say that that's a myth. If you look that up now, they'll say, if you fact check Willie Lynch syndrome and the Willie Lynch manuals or whatever, the Willie Lynch pamphlet, they'll say that was a myth. Farrakhan made all that up, came up with all that propaganda. So, Juneteenth, Willie Lynch remind me of the Juneteenth just seemed like, the Texans, the black Texan is, we Willie Lynch syndromed out the game. The crab in the barrel syndrome, one person tried to get out, they pull him down. No unity, amongst the people. You go some places like Atlanta, it's like a unity. Even though it's a division amongst the people too, it's gonna always be that, right? It's gonna always be tribalism inside the tribalism, right? But there's also Atlanta has a unity that is known, that people know about. Black people out there, everything black. Atlanta city, that's all black. They black, maybe not as much now, but unified though. No Texas black people never been known for none of that. Willie Lynched out the game. Hey, I don't know, I don't give a damn. I ain't trying to change it. I was just saying, right? But it is a people, so they gonna erase all that, and over time the narrative is just gonna be black people are their own enemy. So, without the history, when they erase the history, that'd be a easy, a narrative that they could prove. Like, man, black people their own enemy. Look what they do. Because they erase all of the other stuff. They erase the other atrocities against a race that had taken place. What's that? The Schumann resonance meter right now going off the chart. There's a magnetic field in the atmosphere of the Earth that's like at what? 7.83 megahertz. I may be saying that wrong, right? But this magnetic field is created by the lightning strikes. It's like 100 lightning strikes in the atmosphere every hour or every second. 100 of the Earth's atmosphere, there's 100 lightning strikes per second on Earth. Every second there's 100 lightning strikes, and that creates a vibrational wave, or I guess a frequency wave. The light emanating off the strikes. I don't know, I might be saying it wrong. Hold on, y'all. Oh, okay, yeah. So, the Schumann resonance meter or whatever they tracking that right now is like, the chart is showing some crazy, unusual activity going on. What does that mean? Nobody knows. May just be a glitch, or the vibration, the frequency of the planet may have changed or may have shifted, right? And they say that our biorhythmic, right, our biorhythms are in tune with, I think your heartbeats, maybe the heart beats at the same vibration. Everyone's heart beats at the same vibration as the Schumann resonance. I don't know, something like that. But it is like and so that creates a consciousness, when everyone is on that same accord, everybody heart beating at the same frequency, maybe, right? So it becomes the consciousness of the human race, and it's changed, or maybe the consciousness is changing, the vibration. I don't know, man. I don't even know how you be coming up with this stuff. I be coming up with some stuff, though. I do know this world is magical. It's a magical place. R.I.P. Big Pokey again, man. SUC. Screwed Up Click was supposed to be the Houston Wu-Tang. They was supposed to be the Wu-Tang clan of the South, but everybody just be dying. The head of the, like, not the head, because he died. Screw was the head, and he died. Let's see, the major figure of the whole clique. He was the second one to die. Right? Fat Pat was the first. And he was like he was like, Fat Pat was the, you know, he was the first one to get that mainstream, not mainstream, but just major, not even major, but yeah, the major success of, he was the first one in the clique, you know, with a song on the radio. And let me see, was he the first one in the clique with a song on the radio? Cause let me see, 3 in the Morning was a song on the radio, but that was like a freestyle. 3 in the Morning, Lil Kiki. That was a song that was on the countdown on 97.9 or 1 or whatever the radio station was at the time. But like the first song with the Tops Drop, was that the first song? Tops Drop. I know that was the first song, like, in Houston. I'm not saying that was the first music video of Houston rap, on the Houston rap scene, but that was the first music video that people saw from the Houston music scene. That Tops Drop. And they was up in Herman Park, and they kept looping it. Like, they kept showing them girls doing the dance by the trees. They showed that scene, or they did the little spin move. They showed that scene about 3 times in that video. But that was like, that was a video on when the public access channel had the, what was that? I don't know, what was that music show? They have a music show, Video Jukebox, or some old stuff came out. This is before Rap City. Was this before Rap? Nah, this wasn't before Rap City. Rap City was out. But just to see some music videos, if you didn't have cable on the public access channel, right, you'll see that video. Or what Street Flavor came out. Was Street Flavor out there? Yeah, Street Flavor was out there. I remember Street Flavor came to our school. That music video come on Saturday. They came to our school when I was there. Was I there? Yeah, that was in. So that was in the 90s. Street Flavor TV, where you see the music videos. But yeah, man, that was like, he died off the rip. Then Screw died. Then Big Mo died. Then Big Hawk died. Right, but after Screw died, it was the SUC. I'm not gonna say that they just became a name, because I mean, it was still pockets of it was still, but just as far as like the unity on the music level, there's never no unity for as like Houston, that rapper, as you know, it be pockets. But it's like far as a whole, I don't know. I'm on the outside looking in, you know. But from the outside looking in, it's like, hey man, the SUCs should have been like the Wu-Tang. But not even to say that what they were supposed to, because they are what you become what you're supposed to be, or you are what you're supposed to be, but just from the outside, or what could have been, right? Because that was a clique with some Lil Flip, Lil old Z, just as far as the music scene, Zero, just shoot. Just so on the Wu-Tang, they was moving like some Wu-Tang clan. But also, go back to Juneteenth, Texas, Willie Lynch, Negroes in Texas. It really ain't the nature of the Texas Negro to be unified. That's my opinion, I may be wrong. And things may change. But I don't really, for the most part, it ain't even the nature of the Negro to be unified. Willie Lynch, they divide and conquer, pit you against each other anyway, right? I could give examples, but whatever, you know. I'm about to go to get some ice cream. And that is it for the show. I'm out, y'all.